Hey guys, Chris here. I wanted to show you guys something that I'm thoroughly impressed with. I'm going to be straight with you. I'm shooting for stud mag loaders in the next competition, but that has nothing to do with what I'm telling you. I would give an honest review, and frankly, I wouldn't shoot for somebody if I didn't believe in their product and if I thought that they were, like, you know, not selling good stuff to people. So that's just who I am, how I am. But I was so excited about these things. I literally have every single magazine loaded, and even the spare containers that it comes with. So for I think it's like $100, you get 4 of these things that hold your pellets, and you can use them for slugs. In the 30 caliber, they work pretty well. 22, they don't work. They're made for pellets, but a lot of people still shoot pellets. And if you shoot slugs, I still bought not only the 30 caliber because this is for my bench rest gun, but I also bought the 25 caliber for my Pantera just because it helps to have these loaded. You know, no matter what, it helps to have extra of these loaded because they directly load right into your magazines. Even your stock magazines, they directly load right into everything. So it's really a no-brainer as far as I'm concerned. So I'm emptying out all my magazines and all my spares just to show you how easily I'm going to reload them, because it's really that I was very impressed with the magazines from the start, but now that I've seen the mag loaders, I understand why he got big from the mag loaders before the magazines, because these things are like monumental. It's just so easy to load. It's incredible. So, I mean, I wouldn't be dumping all these out if it wasn't. So let me just show you really quick. I'm going to zoom in. And then I'm going to tilt it down a little bit. Oops, not that much. All right, I want you to see right there. All right, so what I'm going to do is, so this is the tray that you get that's for display, and this is what you get for each caliber that has that's what you shake the pellets in. So I'm going to put a few pellets in here, and I want you guys to see how fast that this thing fills up. Let's see. All right. You see? Now watch. I'm waiting on 2 pellets, which I'm going to just guide them in, but that's it. The whole thing filled up already. So look, that's already full. So what you do is you take this part, right, and you meet these 2 together, which they mate together perfectly. Flip it over, give it a quick tap, and boom, they're in there. And then now you put the cap on this, or actually what I'm going to do is fill the magazine because all these are empty now. So when you put the cap on, there's one single hole, right? That's for your one pellet that holds the magazine open in place. See, these things are so much better than the stock magazines. It's unbelievable. All right, so I'm going to pour that one pellet in, so that's going to hold my magazine in place. Now I'm going to take the cover off, right, and I'm going to just mate the magazine to this, just like I did with the other thing. Do the same thing. Boom, the magazine's loaded. That quick and easy. It really is that quick and easy. Let me show you again, because I was so impressed by this. I just started loading everything I could because I was like, dude, this is so unbelievable how easy this is. So sometimes I'll just, to make it quicker, I'll just guide 1 or 2 of them in. But for the most part, I mean, they fill themselves pretty damn good. They really do. They fill themselves. If you just shake it a little longer, I'm just doing it to be the most quick, efficient way to do it. But I mean, I could fill them all, you know, the way that they're meant to be very easily. And it's just very impressive how well this stuff works. I mean, Doug put a lot of time and thought into these, and a lot of effort, and I'm sure a lot of material that had to be wasted by perfecting it, because he's like me, a perfectionist. And you know, when you're like us, you have to make it perfect or you can't sell it, won't sell it. Same thing, dump it over, boom, another full magazine. Now, if I were loading these by hand, there's no way, watch, the amount of time it'll take me to load all 4 of these magazines and all 4 of these spares will be so insignificant that, I mean, compared to how long it normally would take to load them by hand, it's probably maybe 25%. It's probably cut down by 75%, literally. And it's an excessive number. It's a crazy number, but it's a realistic number. All right, so that one's already full. And I'm gonna put this on and flip it over. Boom. Another magazine. I'm gonna put the lid on so I can do the 1 pellet. Let's turn this around. Put that one in. Take this off. Mate those 2. Boom, another full magazine, that's 3. And I mean, I'm not moving as fast as I can. I'm just moving, you know, to show you guys, really. Because I mean, I literally had all these loaded, and then I just reloaded them. I mean, unloaded them to reload them to show you guys how unbelievable this thing works. Already another one done. Put the top on. I mean, the hardest part is just loading that, turning this for the first pellet. It's crazy. It's taken all the work out of loading. And I'm going to show you also with the 22. That's why I got it with the 22. I don't really shoot many pellets out of a 22 because my 22 is way too powerful for it. But I have tried it with the heaviest 22 pellets I had, and it works just as well with the 22, if not better, which is surprising because the slugs really only work in the, here, I'll show you actually, I'll show you with the slugs once. So they don't work as well, but they do work. They do definitely work. So these are some 55 grain slugs that I made. Look, I've already got like 5 or 6 of them in there. So you'll have to shake it a little longer, guide a few more in. They're not made for slugs, obviously, I've said that already. So don't buy it deliberately for slugs unless you're willing to, you know, like I was totally willing to, you know, do the extra work to load a few myself, or like, you know, it's just easier to have them in this thing and guide them in a little bit than it is to do them any other way. I mean, to load them into the magazine is harder than, you know, to load them in the magazine is at least harder than loading them into this, because you don't have a way to shake them in. See, and now that's loaded and that goes right into a magazine. I mean, how long did that take me? I mean, it's really, it does work for slugs. It just isn't made for slugs, so it doesn't work perfectly for slugs, which, you know, that's why Doug won't sell it for slugs, because he wants it to work perfectly for everything that it's supposed to be for. So, you know, unfortunately, slugs are not one of the primary things that it works for right now, but who knows, at a later date. Anything's possible. So there you go. Another one's filled already. It's amazing how well these work. Let me see if I can get a little bit better angle by moving the camera back and then moving this up, so you guys can get more of a view. So this is number one of these. All 4 of the magazines are already filled, and I already did one in slugs that I didn't even use. And then that's one, boom, done. Put this back in the tray, put some pellets. And these are typical Diablo Exact. This is what I use in competition. And I'm changing my bench rest gun to the Crown and in 30 caliber, and it's been working phenomenal. And I literally I didn't buy it in 30 caliber, so I don't have one single stock magazine for 30 caliber, and I don't intend on buying one, because these magazines are so far superior to the FX magazines that it's just breathtaking, frankly. If you're into air guns and you know about this stuff, it's breathtaking. It really is how well this works. The magazines are like something else. I've already done a video on them, but I just want to emphasize one more time how amazing they are. I mean, he uses an automotive grade wheel, like a bearing in the magazine to make it spin so freely. There's no friction. Like, there's absolutely no friction. You see, I was loading these so fast, as many as I could, just because it's so damn easy. It's so nice to be able to load your magazines this quickly and easily. Especially when you're, like, say I'm on a bench rest. I've got 4 magazines and then 4 of these that I can fill into the magazine in literally seconds. So that's 8 magazines without having to even do this and fill it, which takes 2 seconds. All right, so I already just filled 9 of these. I filled all 8 and 1 with slugs that takes longer. So however long that's been, that's how long it takes me to slowly load them while I'm demonstrating. So that's how well these work. And then I'm going to show you the 25 with pellets, because I've been you know, trying it with every caliber. Actually, I'll do the 22 first because I have those handy. So I'll do the 22s. And this is for the impact. I did the 22. So here we go. Here's some 22 pellets. They're already going in. It's unbelievable. They're almost already all in. See, there's a couple that went in like halfway, so I'll just put them in. But they're almost all in. They're literally almost all in already. See, but with the slugs, that's just all I do. I mean, you have a little tray to guide them in. It's so much easier than doing it in a magazine, and then you just literally flip it into the magazine. And that's it. They're done. So that's a full impact magazine, and I'll put it in the magazine for you too, so you guys can see that, because it's just as easy. And that's with an FX impact, you're talking 22 caliber pellets. It's not the quickest thing in the world. So that actually loaded quicker than the 30. So I'm going to put this on here, and it mates up just like the other one does. Where am I off? Oh, that one's not all the way in. I think that's a bent pellet. There we go. Yeah, that was a bent pellet for sure. Sometimes, you know, if you get bent skirts or whatever, they take a little more of a whack. But if you get good pellets, straight pellets, you notice this didn't happen with the Diablo Exact. These aren't Diablo Exact. But look at that, boom. and I'll load that into a magazine in seconds. I don't have any magazines empty right now, but if I were to load that into, it's the same thing. You do the same way. You put the top on, you get your first pellet right there. All you got to do is just turn this a little bit to line that up. Let that first pellet go into your pellet spot to hold the spring back, and then you open it up, put the magazine on top, flip it over, and your magazine's full. It's that simple. Now I'll do the 25. Let me just grab some 25 caliber pellets.
Hello? Hey, sorry man, I'm working upstairs. I'm trying to grab the basement.
Gotta give me a minute. Okay, so here's the 25 caliber. I'm just gonna pour some right into it. And my God, it's already done. Oh, there's one more. There we go. It's already done. Look at this. Already full. And do I have an empty 25 caliber? Yes, I do. Okay. So I'm gonna go like this. That's that. And then I'm gonna put the top on. Turn this around. Put my first one in to hold it open, like that. And then I'm gonna open this up. And I'm going to take the magazine, I'm going to go right on top like this, flip it over, boom, done. Another full magazine. It's very impressive. I was really taken back by just how well this works. You know, like I said, for slugs, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. I mean, I use it I bought all these knowing that I shoot all slugs, and even though I shoot all slugs, I'm gonna use this. I've been using them non-stop. I've been using them every time I load. I don't load any other way anymore. So that's how well these work. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I think it's frankly very impressive, and I think that that needed to be shared with as many people as I could, because these things are a very big help when you're loading a lot of magazines, when you're shooting a lot of pellets, when you're shooting a lot of anything. I think slugs too, if you guys are picky and you know you don't want to have to do any of it yourself and you want to just shake them in, then use pellets. But if you don't mind, you know, like I don't, just pushing some of them in, then you can use it for slugs too. But either way, it's going to make your life so much easier when you're loading anything. So anyways, that's what I wanted to show you this video, and hopefully you guys will do the smart thing and start loading, you know, easily. Get loaded.